Your phone just buzzed. Except it didn't. You just experienced phantom vibration syndrome, and roughly 89% of you have felt this. Your brain is literally hallucinating notifications. Think about that. We laugh about being addicted to our phones like it's a cute personality quirk. Meanwhile, your brain on Tinder is chemically identical to your brain on slot machines. Every swipe, every match, every like floods your system with dopamine, the same brain chemical that makes gambling addicts lose their homes. Here's the kicker. Your brain doesn't care if it's love or likes. It just wants the next hit. It's like we've replaced Cupid's arrow with a casino pull lever, and we're all pulling it 96 times a day. The tech companies know this. They've literally hired the same behavioral psychologists who design casinos. Your dating apps aren't trying to find you love. They're trying to keep you swiping. Forever. The moment you understand this, you see the whole rigged game. You're not bad at relationships. Your brain's been hijacked. And the first step to freedom? Admitting we've all been played. Chapter 1. Your brain on swipe. Watch someone swipe through dating profiles. The speed is insane. We're making relationship decisions faster than we choose Netflix shows. And Netflix takes us 18 minutes. Your brain is processing human beings like items on a menu, except the menu never ends, and you're never satisfied with what you ordered. Scientists watched people's brains while they used dating apps. Know what lit up? The exact same spots that light up when people win at slot machines. Not the areas associated with love, connection, or even attraction. The reward-seeking centers. The ones that never feel satisfied. Here's where it gets dark. Every time you swipe left, your brain rewards you for rejecting someone. You're literally training yourself to dispose of people. We've gamified human connection, and the prize is more games. You know that person you ghosted last month? Your brain got a dopamine hit for that. It's not that we've become cruel. We've been programmed for cruelty. Chapter 2. The Attention Assassination. You can't focus on this video for 15 minutes without checking something else. I know because science knows. The average human attention span has dropped from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. Goldfish beat us by a second. Goldfish! But here's the brutal truth about love. It requires sustained attention, deep, boring, undistracted presence. When you check your phone during dinner, it takes 23 minutes, 23, for your brain to fully refocus on your partner. By then, dinner's over, and so is the chance for real connection. We're all half listening to everything and fully hearing nothing. Never fully here, never fully there. Always partially everywhere. Completely nowhere. You want to know why modern relationships feel so empty? Because nobody's actually in them anymore. We're all somewhere else, waiting for something better to buzz. Chapter 3. The Comparison Machine. You just scrolled past your third engagement announcement today, and each one made you feel a little more broken, didn't it? Welcome to the comparison industrial complex, where everyone else's highlight reel makes your behind the scenes look like a disaster movie. Your brain can't tell the difference between Instagram's fiction and reality. It sees those perfect couples, those romantic proposals, those #blessed posts, and it believes them. Meanwhile, you're sitting there in your sweatpants, wondering why your relationship doesn't look like a jewelry commercial. Here's the truth bomb nobody's dropping. Those couples you're comparing yourself to? They're comparing themselves to other couples too. It's comparison all the way down. We're all losing a game nobody's actually playing. The real relationship killer isn't incompatibility. It's thinking compatibility looks like a Pinterest board. Chapter 4. Digital Ghosts. Ghosting used to require witness protection. Now it just requires pressing unmatch. We've normalized emotional abandonment so completely that we have cute names for it. Ghosting, breadcrumbing, zombieing. We've got more terms for avoiding people than Eskimos have for snow. You know what's really happening when someone ghosts you? They're not just avoiding confrontation. Their brain is literally getting rewarded for avoiding emotional labor. Every difficult conversation you don't have gives you a tiny dopamine hit of relief. We're creating a generation of emotional cowards. Not because we're bad people, but because the technology makes cowardice feel like self-care. Block and delete isn't just an option anymore. It's become our default conflict resolution. The problem is, real love requires having the conversations everyone's running from. Chapter 5. The Vulnerability Firewall. When's the last time you posted something real? Not aesthetic real. Actually messily, embarrassingly real. Can't remember? That's because vulnerability doesn't get likes, and we've trained ourselves to avoid anything that doesn't. You curate your life like you're running for office. Every photo filtered, every caption workshopped, every story calculated for maximum impact. We're all performing intimacy while avoiding actual intimacy. It's like we're method actors who forgot we're acting. Here's what's really tragic. Love requires seeing and being seen. The full disaster, the unfiltered mess. But we've built these digital armor suits that make us invulnerable and unreachable. You can't hug someone through armor, and you can't love someone through a filter. Want to level up your people skills? Join our YouTube membership for early access to scripts, input on future topics, and connection with a community that gets the social struggle. Click join below, and let's master human interaction together. Chapter 6. Infinite options, zero choices. You have approximately 8,000 potential matches in your city right now. Your grandparents had maybe 30 people in their whole town. They stayed together 50 years. You can't commit to dinner plans. See the problem? It's the curse of too many options. The more choices you have, the less satisfied you become with any single choice. You're not afraid of commitment. You're terrified of missing out on someone better. Someone who might be just one more swipe away. We've turned love into Black Friday shopping. Always waiting for a better deal. Always checking other stores. Always keeping the receipt. But here's what infinity doesn't tell you. Every option you don't choose is also choosing not to go deep with the option you have. We're dying of thirst in an ocean of choices. Chapter 7. The Loneliness Epidemic. You have 500 friends online, and no one to call at 2 a.m. You're not alone in this. Actually, that's the problem. We're all alone in this together. The most connected generation in history is also the loneliest. Let that sink in. Loneliness isn't about being alone. It's about feeling like nobody really knows who you are. And we've built entire platforms dedicated to performing connection while avoiding actual contact. It's like eating photos of food and wondering why you're still hungry. Your brain doesn't recognize digital connection as real connection. It's like diet soda for your soul. Tastes like the real thing, but leaves you empty. We keep drinking it because it's there, it's easy, it's endless. But you can't survive on substitutes forever. Eventually, you need the real thing, or you starve. Chapter 8. Parasocial Delusions. You know more about your favorite influencer's relationship than your best friends. You've watched their proposals, their breakups, their makeups. You feel like you know them, like you're part of their story. Plot twist. You're not even a footnote. You're emotionally invested in people who don't even know your name. They feel safe because they can't reject you, disappoint you, or leave you. It's emotional junk food. Feels satisfying in the moment but leaves you malnourished. The scariest part. These fake relationships are starting to replace real ones. Why risk actual rejection when you can have risk-free fantasy? Why deal with someone's flaws when you can love someone who's perfectly edited? Because real love requires real people. And real people are terrifyingly, beautifully unedited. Chapter 9. The Patient's Extinction. You'll wait 40 minutes for your DoorDash but get anxious if someone doesn't text back in 40 seconds. We've completely broken our patience mechanisms. Amazon Prime has convinced us everything should arrive in 2 days, including soulmates. Love operates on geological time. It forms slowly, like mountains, like trust, like anything actually worth having. But we're operating on TikTok time. If it doesn't happen in 30 seconds, we scroll on. You know what every lasting couple has in common? They got bored together and stayed anyway. They pushed through the dopamine flatline where most modern couples quit. Real love requires boredom tolerance. And we've trained ourselves to be boredom intolerant. We're addicted to beginnings and allergic to middles. Chapter 10. Reclaiming your brain. The good news hidden in this disaster: your brain can change. You can actually rewire what's been wired wrong. The bad news? It's going to feel like breaking any deeply ingrained habit. Your brain will fight you every step. Start with 1 hour of phone-free presence daily. Your brain will scream. It'll create phantom notifications, phantom anxieties, phantom FOMO. That's withdrawal. Push through. After a few weeks, the screaming quiets. After 2 months, being present feels normal again. Delete dating apps for 90 days. Not forever, just long enough for your brain's reward system to reset. Practice sustained eye contact. Have conversations without documenting them. Be bored with someone and notice what happens after boredom. You're not healing your attention. You're healing your capacity for sustained love. We're not doomed. We're just confused. We thought technology would make love easier, but it made it more complicated. We thought infinite choice would guarantee perfect matches, but it guaranteed infinite dissatisfaction. We got it backwards. Love isn't about finding the perfect person. It's about sustaining imperfect attention on an imperfect person until they become irreplaceable. The couples who make it in this digital age, they're not the ones who found perfection. They're the ones who chose presence. They put their phones down during dinner. They have fights without witnesses. They build private worlds in a public age. Your capacity for love isn't destroyed. It's just buried under notifications, comparisons, and infinite alternatives. Dig it out, because on your deathbed you won't remember your follower count. You'll remember who you loved and who loved you back. Everything else is just noise. Learn something new? Hit that like button, share it with others, tap subscribe, and stick around for more. Got thoughts? I'd love to hear them in the comments.